Hi everyone, Derek Johnson with Tatango.com, and this week we're trying something new, where we're going to be looking at the text message marketing campaigns that were sent last week by some of the most well-known brands in the United States. Hopefully by looking through these text messages, we can gain some strategies and tips and tricks that we can apply to our own text message marketing campaigns. If you like this video and you want to see us continue these types of videos, give us a thumbs up on YouTube and make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. If you have suggestions, comments, be sure to leave a comment for us on YouTube below this video. So without further ado, let's jump right into it. So the first text message we're going to review is from JCPenney. And as you can see here, it's very important for a brand to make sure that the first part of the text message, what I call the preview, is catchy enough. So for JCPenney, it says back to school sale. Okay, so interesting. Get $10 off, 25 in-store and online. That's enough for a consumer to want to click that text message. And you can see down here, a lot of these brands are using the preview area to promote kind of the best part of the text message that they're sending. So JCPenney, they actually sent 2 text messages last week. This brings up a good point, is how many text messages can you send per week? And really it depends on what kind of brand you are and what you're selling. And essentially, how many times your customers usually purchase what you're selling. So if you're a fast casual restaurant or a retailer and you know your customers are coming in 1-2 times a week, you can get away with sending a text message 1 to 2 times a week. If you're a car dealership maybe, or a brand that maybe doesn't sell to consumers that often, you're going to have to decrease the amount of text messages you send per week or per month. So JCPenney looks like they're sending 2 per week, or at least last week. They are using, instead of spelling out JCPenney, they're using JCP. That's usually because you only have 160 characters in a text message, so they're saving some space. As we said, it's really good to put the promotion right up front at the start of the text message, because the preview, you see only a certain amount. Now, depending on the font size and the phone type. So usually, it's really important to put it right up front what they're going to get so that they click on the text message. Even though text message is getting 99% open rate, you definitely don't want to leave anything to chance. So they're using, it looks like, a link shortener. As you can see here, this link is a little bit different than that link. And when you click on this link, it goes to a nice mobile-enabled coupon that you can scan in store. And I'm pretty sure, yeah, you could use this online as well. So 2 promotions back to back. If you look at them, they're very, very similar promotions. Even the link is almost similar. Maybe this one performed really well, maybe this one didn't perform well, and then they sent this one to kind of follow up with it. Let's go to this one. It looks like JCPenney, and this one is Dollar General, DG. And again, they put the promotion right up front so people want to click on this. And actually it looks like they sent 3 text messages. So Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday. So they know their customers are frequent shoppers. Dollar General, $5 off. It's really good best practice to put the promotion up front and then the qualification second. You never want to start off with, spend $25 today, get $5 off. You always want to say get $5 off when you spend $25 today. Always put an expiration date in there. That's important. It makes sure that the customer knows that they have to actually take action on this coupon, and soon. So it looks like they have 2 different links here. Let's figure out why. So shop in store with coupon or online with promo code. Okay, so let's see what this one is. If I scroll down, okay, so here's, this one was the in store. So I'd take this link in store, and this one is online, and I would use the promo code AUG5, so August 5. And I could click here, and it would load up their mobile website, as you can see. Okay. This one was sent on Wednesday. They're promoting their mobile app. This is a more popular thing to do nowadays, is cross-promoting. Cross-promote your Facebook fan page via SMS, your app, your Instagram. SMS with a 99% open rate is a great way to really promote anything that can be accessed on the web or on the mobile web. So this one's interesting too, because when Dollar General sent the text message, they had a link here. And what iOS is doing, Apple, their operating system, is they're essentially previewing the link. So they're taking the link and going, a better experience for the consumer would be if we put, the page title and the URL and a little icon here, instead of just putting the link. And I'm going to actually have Jesse in our office link up one of our blog posts in this video right about now to explain how marketers can either trigger a link preview or just leave it as a basic link. And again, this only applies to Apple and iOS phones. If I click this, obviously, I would hope it would go to their mobile app. Yep, so it would open their mobile app. Okay, and Saturday, get $5 off, 25. Sounds very similar to kind of what they sent on Monday. Looks like they're using a different link, and same structure here, in store with the coupon or online with the promo code Sunny5. This is good because they're tracking each message. So it'd be very hard if they used the promo code OG5 in their second message, because they wouldn't know what message was actually driving the business. By using Sunny5, they know that this message on Saturday was driving, X amount of traffic to their website. So that's Dollar General. And then we have Aeropostale. I'm pretty sure I'm pronouncing that correctly. So they're sending Wednesday and Saturday. So you can see these retailers are sending multiple times a week. Aeropostale, hours left, extra 15% off, 3+ fall must-haves, and more kind of qualification. Online, and new arrivals online, use code FALL15 shop now. So they're essentially saying you have to go online and use this code, and they're using a bit.ly link to track how many people click on this. And when the website loads, the mobile website, you should see either, I'm guessing, just their regular website so that you can shop and use that code. Maybe this one's taking a little longer. And then they have another message that was sent Saturday. So they're sending Wednesday and Saturday. Similar type, all jeans, buy one, get one. And then go down all the way down here. Let's see. So you're going to use the code weekend and shop now. So again, they're using, it looks actually like they're using the same bit.ly link in both message, which I wouldn't recommend, because you can't track which message is actually performing better. I guess the one thing that they can track is the coupon code, but that won't actually tell Aeropostale how many people and what percentage of consumers are clicking the link in the text message. So they won't know the click-through rate of this message compared to this message. As you can see, a lot of brands are using kind of instead of the full brand, they're using the letters that represent. I'm not sure, I think this is New Y&C. I'm not sure if they go by this or it's New Y&C. It is very important, if your consumers know you a certain way, do not use the letters that of the start of the brand in your messages, like maybe DG. If people know you as Dollar General and no one knows you as DG, definitely do not use DG. It looks like, though, that's their logo, so they definitely can get away with that. If your customers don't know you as DG, they know you as Dollar General, it's very likely that the consumer will think it's spam, they won't know who the text message is, and then they won't click on it. Okay, so today only $9.99 shorts, and let's go down here, save. So they're promoting a few different things in the text message. Use this code, and they're using a link shortener down here. You click on it, and they're actually, what's interesting about this, and I think this is the first time we're seeing this, is they're actually putting a line break in their text message. So as you can see, there's a space here, and then the link. I would actually recommend them put another line break in somewhere in here, because it looks like they're promoting kind of two different things here. It's all kind of together, so it's hard to read. Line breaks are really a good strategy for marketers to break up the message and kind of show the consumer where they need to look and what they need to see and what's important. I'll have Jesse link up in this video an article on using line breaks in your text messages, so you can get more ideas and more information on how to do that. Okay, so let's click here. And this is, yep, New York and Company. So mobile website, it has all their promos here. It looks like, New York and Company. So that's up to the brand really, whether they use the letters that represent their name or the full name itself. But again, you only have 160 characters. But you don't want people looking at the text message and going, NY&C, I have no clue who that is. I'm not going to click on that. This one's interesting because if you see all the brands, Stage, Papa John's, NY&C, Aeropostale, DG, JCP, they all put their brand right up front. This one doesn't though. So it says crazy good deals coming at you, 50% off dresses and 50% off kids deals. It's interesting because consumers don't know the short code of brands. Now when they opt in, they're obviously aware of the short code, but I do not know, and I've been doing text messaging for 10 plus years, I do not know what brand owns that specific short code. So as you can see here, I might as a consumer not click this message because I just don't know who it's coming from. I might not trust it. But since I'm myself, I'm going to click it and I'm going to figure it out. And it looks like, yeah, I remember Old Navy actually, it's very interesting. They put their brand name almost at the very, very bottom of the message, as you can see, Old Navy. And they send two messages as well, Monday and Saturday. So it's back. This is an interesting thing, is make sure to mix up the capitalization of the messages. Try different things, put in different characters. You want to have your message stand out. If it's all lowercase, all kind of boring letters, people can kind of glaze over it. This is capital, that's capital, they're using percentage sign, plus sign, they're kind of mixing it up. XO, love and kisses or something like that, Old Navy, and then they're putting the link down here. Let's see, are they using, yep, so they're using different links for each of these to track the click-through rates of each of these messages. So let's click on one of these and see what happens. Okay, so mobile website, pretty standard. Again, interesting promos, 50% off. Off is capitalized, but they're using the same kind of structure. Old Navy might want to put in some line breaks here, just kind of separate things out. I think there are some good examples last week of not only using line breaks just for the URL, but actually like kind of separating things out. Okay, so that's Old Navy. And let's go Papa John's here. So again, this one's really good. Papa John's say cheese, they're capitalizing cheese. It's free, 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 or no, just free, free. I got a little excited. Free, free 10-inch cheese sticks with, that's enough for me. I love Papa John's, I love pizza. I'm definitely clicking that message. Okay, they sent one text message last week. And again, they know their customers, and sometimes, you'll send one message, sometimes you'll send 3 messages a week. It doesn't need to be 2 messages every single week. Okay, let's look through here. They're using, they might be using a line break or not. I'm not really sure because cheese sticks is kind of long, so it might just be doing this on the phone. Papa John's, say cheese, cheese, sorry, cheese, it's free 10-inch cheese sticks with $15 order. Again, they're promoting what the offer is up front, and then the qualification, which, hey, you got to spend $15. Promo code TXTW33 through 813, so they have the promo code there. That's not a unique promo code for, I'm guessing, for each subscriber. This would be most likely sent to all of their subscribers. So I could technically send this to my friends and they could use that promo code as well, and they're not part of the SMS campaign. Okay, 813 at, okay, so they're saying, and this is a big strategy and thing you need to work on in SMS, is really you have to instruct the customer on like what to actually do with the information they're being presented. So promo code TXTW33 through 813 at here. Okay, so I'm guessing I use the promo code here. So if you're an online retailer, you can purchase online, you want to say, hey, use the promo code here, click here to shop. If you do not have a mobile website or you do not want them ordering on your mobile website, you want them coming into the store, it'd be more something along the lines of, present this at the cash register, show this in store, things of that nature. And so let's click here. And as you can quickly see, they were using a bit.ly link to track their clicks. So essentially they're saying they want consumers to use their mobile web ordering experience. And you would use the code TXTW33. Okay, so now let's go to Stage, another retailer. Stage, one big sale, 3-day doorbuster. It's enough for me to click. Oh, interesting. So this one is, as you can see here, it doesn't look like a regular text message. And the reason is because it's an MMS message. So an MMS message will have a subject, an image or a video here. And then at Tatango, you can put up to 500 characters, where a regular text message, you're limited to 160 characters. So as you can see, a lot more content here, and you get this really nice image. One thing to be aware of, and I've seen brands do this before, is they will take the image that they use maybe in web ads or an email marketing campaign, and they'll put it here. The reason sometimes you don't want to do that is a lot of web ads or email ads will have buttons in the image that say click here. Well, as you can tell, you can't click anywhere in an MMS image or a video. So you want to make sure that you're not using or repurposing the images that you maybe are using in places that you can actually click the image and go somewhere. So really great image. They're using the full space on the phone, which is great. I'm not a fan of those brands that, they have white edges kind of all around. It looks like it wasn't professionally done. So make sure it fits the whole screen. And let's look at it. One big sale. So down here, almost everything in store and online is 50% off. Okay, this kind of comes back to, what is this? I'm pretty sure this is the coupon code that the consumer is supposed to use, but it really doesn't say that. So again, always be very specific in your text messages. This is your coupon code, use this code, things of that nature. They have an expiration date, which is good. Okay, and then they're going off to a different campaign here. There's 70% off. Again, they could use a line break here just to kind of separate out things. And then it says exclusions apply. And this looks like they're using a unique URL. Let's click here. I'm not sure if this is going to be like a mobile website where I can go shop, or is this just the exclusions? So let's see. Oh, so it's actually the coupon that I'm supposed to use. And it looks like, because I really can't scroll anywhere, it looks like I'm supposed to bring this into the store because I would need the cashier to scan this UPC barcode. So Stage, retailer, they sent one message last week. Again, you can see that all the brands, except for this one, it has the brand name in here. They're all pretty much starting their text message with their brand name. So Hibbett, pretty sure I'm pronouncing that correctly, another retailer, they sent a message on Thursday and Friday. So again, retail, restaurants, you can get away with 2-3 messages a week if your customers are coming in that often. Okay, in-store online, 20% off. Okay, and then this one, very similar type messages, and it looks like they're using different links, but as you can see, they're saying 20% off. So right up front, they're very clear with what the promotion is. This one's very clear in terms of you can use it in-store and online. So very clear to the consumer what they can do. And then it says, okay, available now, shop online. So let's click this. It looks like it's kind of scrolling through here. So 20% off, so here's the promo, and they can use get 20. So instead of saying use promo code get20, they're essentially telling people to click on that link to go get the promo code. And this one, again, 20% off. Oh, and this one, in-store and online, use code get20. Okay, so this one, Thursday, Friday, maybe Thursday was a mistake that they didn't include the promo code because the next day they sent out the actual promo code. So I could use that online, or I could go in store and just show them or give them the promo code get20. And then they put a lot more stuff down here where this text message doesn't have that stuff. Okay, and now we're looking at Papa Murphy's, as you can see here. Now, right off the bat, you can see that Papa Murphy's is using line breaks. I'm pretty sure I've seen their messages before. They use a lot of line breaks. So as you can see with Pet Supermarket, no line breaks in the first kind of preview of the message. Papa Murphy's, right off the bat, line break. Now, the only concern with this using line breaks in the top of the message is if maybe the phone was a bigger font or a smaller phone, they may not see the free dessert. It might just say Papa Murphy's show text, and that's not as interesting for people to click on. So let's click on this message. It looks like they were sending a text message on Thursday, but only one. So it looks like they're using actually line break here, and then line break with actually a space here at the very, very bottom. You can imagine if all of this stuff was here, it would look kind of like a big jumbled message, and that's never good. So they put the brand name, show text. Again, that comes back to you have to instruct the customer on what they need to do with the text message. Show this text message, use this code. Be very, very specific. Show text, get free, capitalizing dessert with regular menu. Okay, so promotion up front, the kind of qualification second, 8, 10, 17, and then in-store, only in-store offer. So if there is some kind of exclusion, you definitely want to tell the customer in the text message, because you don't want them driving all the way to Papa Murphy's, showing the text message, and then finding out that something you can't apply that discount because of some rule. And that would be a very, very angry customer. Okay, so that's Papa Murphy's. Pet Supermarket. Interesting, I don't know if they capitalized their entire brand, but they capitalized their brand in their text message. It's our Bark to School sale, you get it. And it says save for, I don't even know if that's $4. I'm interested, I want to click on it. They only sent one text message. That's not a line break most likely, that's the phone breaking up because supermarket's too long. It's our Bark to School, save $4 off your purchase of $20+ with code, and there's the code. The reason that the code is blue, that doesn't mean that when you click on it, we can show you real quick. It thinks it's a phone number, so it's actually going to want to call. It's not like a link you see on the web. And there's really nothing that I know unless you have like a really short coupon code or maybe a really long coupon code, or maybe put dashes. No, dashes won't make a difference. Yeah, there's not very much you can do to, I guess you could put an A, B, or C in there at the start or the beginning, and that would, I think, help the phone identify that this is not a phone number and they should not put it blue and have it clickable. Through Sunday, 8/13, reply stop to end. So I could just reply stop here, and that would opt me out of this SMS campaign. Oops. Okay, and then let's go to this one. So this one's interesting, as you see, because all the brands here have their brand name at the start. This one kind of makes you work for it. For 3 days only, get up to 75% off your style essentials at Saks. Okay, so this is Saks, the retailer. One text message, Thursday. They're using, again, a line break here. For 3 days only, 75% off. Online only. So again, making it very clear, where you can redeem this. And thankfully, they put a link in here, because if you said online only and there was no link, they might not know where to go. Now, let's say your brand doesn't have a really good mobile website. You can remove the link from the text message and just tell people go to your website so that they don't click on their mobile phone and go to your non-existing mobile website. I've seen some brands do that if their mobile website is not the kind of experience that consumers are kind of used to nowadays. So Shop Now, they're using a shortened URL, allowing them to track who is clicking this link and how many times people are clicking this link. And pretty standard mobile website here from Saks. Okay, so Saks, and then we have Michaels. Michaels, they're a retailer, again. Give your gear, good name, yours, 5 easy. Okay, so I'm kind of interested, but there's not that big of a promo here. So again, if you're going to be offering some kind of discount or promotion, make sure to put it as close to the top as you can. Okay, so they've actually sent 2 text messages. It's savings time, so that was a good preview of the message. 30% off all regular price purchases. Get your coupon code here. And this is iOS, which is Apple, link previewing the link rather than just putting the link like we've seen the other ones do. And let me just explain the difference because it is a little confusing. So this is a link preview, and the last one we just looked at is not a link preview. And I'm going to have, again, Jesse in our office throw up right now the blog post that'll tell you how to force Apple to either link preview or to not. And also, in that blog post that you'll see right now, we'll show you how to set all this so that you can not only have the title and everything, but you could also have a full image in the link preview as well. So we'll show you how to do that in that blog post we wrote. See how. Okay, so good promotions. AEO, I know who that is. That's American Eagle Outfitters. But again, I don't know if consumers know them as that. So again, that's a brand decision. Take up to 35% off all jeans. Okay, I'm interested, gonna click it. Oh, they've actually sent 2 messages this week, Monday and Thursday. Monday and Thursday seem like a really popular time. No pants, no problem. All men's underwear, 3 for $25. Online today only. Okay, so real scarcity in terms of the time that you can redeem this text message. It's interesting too because unlike maybe some of the other brands where it was shop now and then the link, this one is link and then shop now. This kind of brings up a good point, is always be testing when it comes to text message marketing. Try putting the link at the very beginning of the message. Try putting it at the end. Try using line breaks. Try not using line breaks. All kinds of different things that you can try and test when it comes to text message marketing. Okay, so another one, 35% off all jeans, and then another link. You can see from the link structure, they're using a link shortener, and I can click one and we can see what it looks like. Okay, so as you can see here, it looks like the brand is known as AEO. So, I would think that would be okay for their text message if they're trying to save some characters. And bottoms up is the code. And if you click this link, I saw down here, it says the code as well. It's always a good idea to go through your SMS campaign, see how consumers can have issues with a campaign. If you say, go use this code, and you put it in the text message, maybe also put in the website the code so they don't have to go back to the text message if they forget it. Okay, we've done that one. Dressbarn. It's interesting, I'm pretty sure they capitalized Dressbarn. They have not in their text message. I don't know why. Maybe there's some strategy there. I don't know though. Our fall fashion is the best ever been. Take 20% off. Okay, interesting because the promo's right there. Another kind of tactic is try different ways of saying, off. So, take 20% off, save 20%. Don't, save $5, take $5 off. Like, try as many different variations as you can to see which one clicks for your specific customers. Okay, so blah, blah, blah. In-store code, so 6970. So it looks like the iPhone and iOS is not, if it's a 4-digit number, it's not linking it up and thinking it's a phone number. I'm guessing that's because short codes are 5 to 6 digits, and they know that that could be, if it was 5 digits, that could be a short code, or 6. Okay, Dressbarn. This is interesting. They're not using a link shortener, and they're not being able to track the amount of people that are clicking on this because it's not a unique URL. If I click Dressbarn, it's going to look just like somebody that typed in dressbarn.com into their browser. So, and then they do have though a coupon code here. Okay, interesting. So again, this comes back to the whole concept of being very specific. In-store code, okay, and then it says Dressbarn, then it says code MB810. I know what they're trying to say here is they're trying to say in-store use this one, and then click here to shop on your phone. I'm thinking this is what they're thinking, and then use this code when you click on this. But you want to be very specific. So in this case, it would be more along the lines of, click here to shop on your phone and use this code. Again, very, very specific. It always helps with conversion rates. And nice, mobile website. I don't know if they put the coupon code in here. It doesn't look like it. Yeah, it doesn't look like they put the coupon code. But again, I can just go back to my message and click through. Okay, so the next one is Payless. They've capitalized their entire brand name. I'm not sure if they do that normally or this is a tactic they're using. Get 20% off coupon here. Now this is interesting because I did say before that maybe try putting the link at the very top of the message. Now while that may work and get higher conversions, just so you know, you can't actually click this link right in the preview. You got to click through. And this may look like spam for some people because it looks it doesn't look like regular letters. It looks more technical. So, try, test and see if it does. If it does, ignore my advice. So let's click here. Get your 20% off coupon here. It is nice because, I don't need to read all this other stuff. I can just click here and get my coupon. Looks like they have a lot of miscellaneous disclosures down here. But again, click here and look like that was a short URL. Okay, this is interesting. So they're using a mobile website. Yep, so as you can see there, and essentially it's a mobile website that I bet I could click that, And then it says for online or store use, I can use that code, or they can just scan this. So I would take this into the store, or I could just use that code online. And then it looks very, very small down here. Looks like they have some terms and conditions. Pretty good deal though. And it says to in-store and online there. Okay, that's Payless. Belk, another retailer, one message last week. It's a great time for a sale, 20% off. It seems like 20% off is a number that is commonly used for discounts. So again, expiration date with the code, this. Now as you can see here, I think a lot of consumers would try to click this and think maybe I would go to their website. And because there is no website listed here, it seems like Belk wants them to go into the store and present this code. So a little bit better text message could have read, get 20% off regular purchase in store through 8/15 by showing this code. And then as you can see, iOS is thinking that's a phone number. So you could either use a 4-digit code, 3 or 2-digit code, or 1-digit code, or you could maybe put in some letters into the code, and then iOS would think it's not a phone number. Then we have Bloomingdale's. Starts today, treat yourself. Oh, they sent 2 text messages, Monday and Wednesday. So, promotion. Oh, it's interesting. They're putting reply stop to cancel even before the shop link, and they're using a bit.ly link in both of their messages here. And again, different bit.ly links, so they're tracking the clicks here. And let's just click on it and see what happens. And you go to their mobile website. Now some of these mobile websites are loading a little slow. That could just be because my reception here isn't perfect. So don't think that these websites are slow. Let's see. Okay, so same structure. I would recommend for SMS marketers to mix things up. Again, put the link in the middle, put stop to cancel at the bottom. Just make it look like the messages are a little different. If you look at these 2 messages right here, they look almost kind of similar. It's like it really takes somebody looking at the message and going, oh, this is a different message than that message. And then we got Office Depot, shop back to school. So back to school must be happening right now. Let's click on it. Oh, this was interesting. 1 cent. I was like, wow, 1 cent. I'm definitely going to click that, see what 1 cent is. 1 cent event. So they've capitalized, the promotion, and they've capitalized shop back to school, the first letter in the promotion in the words. Local store, select stores while supplies last, and I click this. Again, they're using a shortened URL, and it looks like this is going more into the promotion, so more information on the promotion. Then if you scroll down, you get to the 1 cent event. So maybe I would have put the 1 cent promotion up front, because 30% off, that's not the promotion that I was promised. I have to, oh, there it is. Again, on a mobile phone, you only got so much screen space, so you really got to make sure that even if someone doesn't scroll, they get what you wanted them to get. L&T, now again, depending on the brand, you can shorten it. I'm pretty sure this is Lord & Taylor. Again, extra 25% off. See how they've capitalized extra and 25% off? That's always a good thing, is to capitalize things that are important. And let's go in here. Okay, so it's interesting. Sometimes brands will do L&T, get an extra 20% off, use your Lord & Taylor card. I'm still guessing this is Lord & Taylor, where maybe they don't want to take up the characters at the start, but they want to put their full brand name down here. And then they're using a line break and shop now. So it's very specific as to what I need to do and what the call to action is. So the call to action is to shop now. Yep, it is Lord & Taylor. As you can see, not really an optimized mobile website. Again, it might not be triggering with the phone or the connection or something. So, but as you can see, they're using looks like lt.us, so they're using their own link shortener and then tracking how many people click this text message. And this was sent Wednesday. It's interesting to note too, 12 o'clock. Actually, I bet we can look at some of these. 12:07, 2:02, 2:01. You're starting to see kind of a trend here, which this is kind of a hack to get higher conversion rates, is send your text messages not on the hour, not on the half hour, the 15s. Send them at 5:12 or 7:42. Because if I'm subscribed to multiple text message campaigns and they all send at 2 p.m., I might go look at it and just go, I don't want to deal with those 3 text messages. But if it's a text message that comes on its own without any other text messages, kind of gunking up your feed, your messaging feed, then the conversion will be much greater. So we just looked at Express. Oh no, sorry, we looked at Lord & Taylor, and they sent at 12 on the dot. The reason that I think like Office Depot, I got it at 12:07 is it takes a while for SMS software companies to send text messages, especially if you get up into the millions of subscribers. So while, Jesse here in the office, I bet, got it at 12, I got it at 12:07 because maybe I'm near the back of the list. Okay, L&T. And then we got Express down here, 4 hours only. Oh, okay, so I definitely want to click on this. Get 50% off all shorts, pants. Okay, so they're putting a real time crunch here. This is one that people will definitely want to click on and see what's going on. And more from 5 to 9 on 8/8. Okay, in store only, so very specific info, and then find a store. The one concern I have with putting 2 different links in a text message is you really want to have one call to action, because if I click this link, now I'm looking at the promotion availability here, and then I'm going off and I'm doing some other thing. What really you want to do is you want to, I would say, is put one link in a text message, and because that is the thing that you want them to do. If you have them go off somewhere, go watch a video on YouTube, and then at the bottom of the text message you have something like click here to purchase that, the consumer most likely is not going to click the second link because they're already in YouTube, they're getting distracted in YouTube. So usually one call to action will increase the conversion rates you'll have in your text messaging campaign. Again, it's not bad though. It's just with 99% open rate, it's really the best practices and just really hacking to get a little more conversions than already the amazing conversions that you already get with text message marketing. So that was the info, and then this is to find a store. So they really want you to go to an actual physical store, and as you can see here, it's using my browser to figure out what where I am, and then presenting to me the nearest stores. So as you can see here, there's not really anything that says, hey, shop online. Oh, actually it says right here, in store only. So it's very specific, and that's why it's really not, like this link doesn't go to their mobile website to go shop. It just says the terms and conditions of that promotion. And even here, find a store. It's not like go shop now. And that was sent at 1:11 p.m., which to me means that their list is quite large because of the fact that I'm receiving it at 11 minutes after 1 o'clock, which I'm guessing they sent at 1 o'clock. Okay, and then we have Bed Bath & Beyond. Now again, I'm just guessing here, but their list must be really large, or I must be at the back of the list because it's 118. that I'm receiving this text message. Now, or they're really smart and they're sending it at 11:18 to make sure that you're not getting bunched up with other text messages. So Bed Bath & Beyond, your mobile offer for 20% off one item in-store or online is here. Oh, that's interesting. So in-store or online, so very specific. And then they have a huge link here, and then reply, stop, to cancel. So I'm guessing what they're doing here, and again, I don't know specifically, but with Bed Bath & Beyond, I'm guessing that this link is unique to my phone number. So people in our office that have also subscribed would receive a little different variation of that link. And the reason they do that at Bed Bath & Beyond, if they are doing it that way, is to track which phone numbers are clicking on the link. So if I click on the link and I don't purchase anything, they could follow up with me and say, hey, we saw you were interested, but you didn't purchase anything. So that's a real good way to track and then to segment and target future messages based on whether people are clicking or not. And you can see they're using parameters here. So P equals, there's a big string of numbers. That's why I'm guessing this is a unique link for my phone number. So let's click on it. Not very many MMS messages this week. As you can see, I think there was only one MMS message. MMS is becoming more popular just because you can insert a subject, 500 characters plus an image or a video. And with phones, becoming smarter and more beautiful, and the screens are higher resolution, the images and the videos really look good. Okay, so this is a really good looking coupon they're using. It's a mobile website, but they're using the whole page, 20% off. It looks like I can scan this in-store, online. It says the expiration date, and then they have all of their terms and conditions down here. Oh, actually, it's interesting. At the very, very bottom here, it's like even they have cashier instructions. They have online, like if you're putting it in here online. I love this because of the fact that it really leaves no question. So if it's a new cashier, they can really scan down to the bottom and go, oh, okay, here's how I enter this promo into my point of sale. Okay, and then we got, again, all of these brands, most of them have put their name right up front. This one, it's kind of hidden, but it's still there. So try a $5 Sunday chicken dinner with drink at Sonic, and then capitalize Sonic today, and then I want to click this. Okay, so 12/17, try a $5 Sunday chicken dinner. Okay, today and every Sunday for a limited time. Participating drive-ins, tax and add-ons, so they got a lot of stuff here. Oh, so this I was thinking this is a link because it was blue, so I was kind of waiting to like shop now or something, maybe because we've seen so many retail campaigns this last week. This one, obviously, Sonic does not want people purchasing stuff on their mobile website. I doubt you can even do that because they're a fast food chain. So they're essentially saying to customers, by not putting a link in, by not saying shop now, or they're saying bring this in and show the point of sale or the person checking you out, this discount. Now the one thing is, it really doesn't say like how I can actually redeem this. So as I said before, show this text message, to redeem $5 off or something along those lines. That's always really powerful because you don't want the consumer coming in and feeling nervous about like how properly to present the coupon. With this message, I don't really know, whether I'm supposed to present this, show this, is this available to everybody? I don't know what to do with this. Do I keep it in my pocket and they just know I'm a subscriber? I'll have to give my phone number to the cashier and they'll know I'm a subscriber. So again, the more information that you can give customers on how to redeem, usually the higher the conversion rate. Okay, and the last one here we have is from Joanne. Now, I know this is Joanne Fabrics, but I'm not sure if their customers would think maybe this is a person. Again, it's up to the brand. Brew up some Halloween ideas with 40% off one regular item. Okay, that's enough for me to click on. Interesting. Okay, 40% off, expiration date, exclusions apply. Use this okay, I'm not really sure what I'm using, or this code. And this code looks like it's most likely unique to my phone number because it's very, very long. So again, this code would be specifically for me, and when I go to a Joann Fabrics, again, I'm guessing it's Joann Fabrics, when I go to Joann Fabrics, when I use that code, it would be recorded in their point of sale system, so I couldn't use that code again. And you want to do this if a consumer, if it's a really good discount, like 40% off, if you didn't have a unique code that you're sending to each mobile subscriber, if I'm a really big fan of Joann Fabrics, I would use that text message and go in every single day or every single hour and essentially just make purchases, and I really could cause some damage to the brand. So use this, and I'm not, again, you have to be very specific as to like, what am I using? Like, what am I gonna do when I click on this link? Am I gonna see a discount? Am I gonna be able to shop online? So let's click on and see what happens. Oh, okay, so this is nice. So this is a nice mobile coupon. Has some other stuff down here, terms and conditions. Okay, so I can scan this, I can use this online. So maybe for Joann, and actually, let me just check that was Joann. Yeah, it is. So I guess they do call it Joann now. I guess back in the day, I think I remember it was Joann Fabrics. So Joann is what it's known as. So okay, so that makes sense now. So as a consumer, I'm not a consumer of Joann, but I'm pretty sure people that would sign up for their text messages would be consumers, and they would recognize the word Joann at the start of the message. So here, use this. It could be something like click here to see coupon or something along those lines. That's pretty much it. This was sent on Monday, and that rounds out the text messages that were sent from some of the largest and most well-known brands last week. Again, if you're still with us at this point and you like these videos, you want us to continue to do these videos, just give us a thumbs up on YouTube. There's a little button there. And then also be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel so you get an alert when we post these videos every week. If you have comments, feedback, if you want to see certain campaigns featured in one of these videos, leave us a comment in the comment section below this video on YouTube, and we'll see if we can help, and hopefully we can improve on these videos. But we're pretty excited. I think this is really interesting for text message marketers to see how other brands are using text message marketing to communicate to their customers. Thanks, everyone.